Hello lovelies, you're welcome back to my channel. I am so happy today sharing this recipe because this is one of the best soup you can eat and always crave for more. And this is one of the best soup eaten around the eastern part of Nigeria. Yes, and also one of the best soup you can serve in any parties, be it birthday parties, be it wedding ceremonies. You can never go wrong with this soup. So guys, by the looks already, you can tell how sweet this soup will taste. Because after making this lovely bitter leaf soup, I see myself eating so well that I forgot about portion control. But you know how it is when you make that sweet dish that won't let you stay off the kitchen. So if you want to know how I make this lovely bitter leaf soup, do not click out. Keep watching as I show you step by step how I make this authentic bitter leaf soup. So on here are the basic ingredients which I'll be using to make this soup. So as you can see, I have cocoyam, bitter leaf, cow intestine, goat meat, stockfish, crayfish, ogiribo, that's fermented locust bean, and no chicken cubes. So for the rest of the ingredients, you'll be seeing them later on. Firstly, I'll go ahead and cut the cocoyam tips with knife. This is to make the cocoyam cook faster and for easier extraction after cooking. And after cutting the tips, do not make the mistake of cooking the cocoyam the same way you bought it. Make sure you wash this thoroughly, like there are enough sand there in the cocoyam that can make your soup go bad. So make sure you wash. You can see how dirty the cocoyam is looking while washing. You have to wash it several times to make sure all the dirt, the sand goes off the cocoyam. So now I have washed and the cocoyam is ready to be cooked. So I'll be using my pressure pot to fasten things up for me, because if I'm to cook this in my normal pot, it will take a long time to get the cocoyam softened. So I'll be using a pressure pot to cook under 20 minutes and the cocoyam will be ready. So while waiting for the cocoyam to be done, I prepped the meat for the cooking. So in a clean pot, I added the cow intestine, the goat meat, the stockfish, some salt, diced onion, and my chicken nut cubes. So after that, I stirred properly for the meat to marinate well before cooking. So if you have been watching up to this moment, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Click on the post notification so you get notified each time I upload a new video. Once the meat has marinated enough, I went ahead to cook the meat for 10 minutes and later proceed to add enough water for cooking the soup. But make sure you know the quantity and ingredients you are using while adding the water, so that you won't be adding too many water for the soup. So once you are done adding the amount of water needed, always check for salt and seasoning. Then cook to your desired taste. So while waiting for the meat to get tender, I went ahead peeling the already cooked cocoyam for blending. If you don't have a blender, you can always use your mortar and pestle to pound the cocoyam into a paste. But I prefer using blender because it makes my cooking more easier, faster and stress-free. But not if you are using a blender method, you have to add water to the cocoyam before blending to make it easier, just the way I'm doing it now. So you can see how easier it is to blend your cocoyam rather than pounding with a mortar. The paste is more smoother when you blend the cocoyam, but the mortar paste can't give you that consistency. The only difference is that the mortar ones is more thicker than the blended ones. So at the end, they still give you the same soup. So considering the fact that you have to pound for so long and in the process, most of the cocoyam paste might end up having lumps. So I prefer the blended method. So once the meat have cooked for some time, I added my washed dried fish, red oil and started scooping in the blended cocoyam paste into the cooking pot. So while scooping in the cocoyam paste, do not forget to add your ogiribo, the fermented locust bean, because that is the secret to this soup. There is no Onugbu soup without ogiribo. If you don't add it, your soup will not have the best taste and flavor you want. So do not skip the process of adding that to your soup. So afterwards, I started adding the pounded crayfish, the pepper and bitter leaf. Always check for salt and seasoning, then cover the pot and cook for 10 minutes. This will help the cocoyam to dissolve and blend well into the soup. So give it a very good stir to make sure everything goes in well. So after adding all the necessary ingredients into the soup, I cover the pot and let the soup cook very well. This is to help the oil, the bitter leaf and all the necessary ingredients to cook very well and enhance the flavor into the soup. So at this point, you can see the soup is boiling very well. All the cocoyam has dissolved very well and everything has come up together. So feel free to add a little water. If you see your soup is very thick, just add water to your desired taste. If you want it runny, if you want it thick, it depends on what you want, but I'll be adding a little water to loosen things up. I don't like my soup so thick, so I'll add a little water and cover it, then cook for extra 1 minute and my soup is ready. So once you are done, you can serve the bitter leaf soup with any desired starch of your choice. So if you like this video, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and if you're not yet a subscriber, what are you waiting for? Click on the subscribe button, turn up your post notifications so you get notified each time I upload a new video. But remember, the subscription is totally free of charge. You don't have to pay a dime to subscribe to my channel. Share with your loved ones and let them get to see the wonders of this bitter leaf soup. So catch you guys on my next one. Till then, bye.